charging port. In our freezing cool luxurious buses, we introduce luxurious buses to the south. Travel from any of our ultra-modern terminals from Benin to Lagos, either at our newly renovated terminal at Iyaro or FX02 Uselu Lagos Road or Ramat Park office. In Lagos, our stations are at Ojota, Yaba, Yanopaja, Ojodu Bega. Travel Benin straight to Accra, Ghana, or from Lagos to Accra, Ghana. FX Executive, setting the pace in executive travel.
Redemption Furnitures. Redemption Furniture, the home of quality furniture making. For all kinds of home and office furnitures and interior decorations, supply of office equipment and general contract. Our headquarters is at number 68 Arosa Street off First East Circular Road, Benin City. Our branch office is at 37 First East Circular Road, Benin City. Our telephone number is 080-333-95362 or 080-58-111-447. I repeat, 080-333-95362 or 080-58-111-447. Redemption Furniture. We also have a standby delivery van for your express. Redemption Furniture in the city.
Everybody, Benin town like a equal-like. Was Accra's equal-like. Benin town, Abuja equal-like. Everybody, and you get from the Ontario. First the motto, stability, safety, and comfort. With equal and all, but Jesus, they elite us. Eagle Transport Company Limited. We offer hire and charter services to any part of the country. For booking and hire service, please reach us at the following addresses. Eagle Eye, now at 52 Urobi Road, former SCOA building, from Iyaro before 5 Junction, Benin City, Lagos. 1 Edmond Crescent, by Howard Mukule Way, Chiborul Yaba Lega, Abuja. 64 Moses Majekodumi Crescent, Utako District, Beja, Abuja. Port Harcourt. 7 Rumokorosi Road, Port Harcourt. Warri. 72 Efron Supply Road, Efron Warri, Kent State. Ibadan 30 Oyo Road at Bobo opposite UI Gate. Apple 109 Warri Supply Road at Jogodo. Eagle Line, we offer excellent travel service. Eagle Line.
In the news tonight, PDP Edo State concludes Congress gets new chairman. The gains of prioritizing the tenets of Christ top messages from the pulpit. Plus, correspondent examines churches' measures to curb spread of COVID-19. Good evening and welcome to NTA Benin Main News. I am Anwuli Okolo. Chief Dan Obi bows out as Dr. Tony Azebemi emerges new PDP chairman in Edo State. Azebemi pulled a total vote of 817 to defeat his closest rival, Felix Omosili, who got 488 votes. Harrison Omabon emerged as vice chairman and Hilary Osu state secretary. Nosa Ogeva, Vice Chairman Edo South. Bishop Antonio Kosum, Vice Chairman Edo Central. Paul Itwa, Assistant Legal Advisor. Josephine Aisabo, Ex-Official Igwebe. Fide Igenebale, Financial Secretary. Chris Neihari, Publicity Secretary. And Lindsay Teswaye as Women Leader. The newly elected leaders of the party are expected to be in office for the next 4 years. And now to the pulpit. True repentance and adherence to the tenets of Jesus Christ are the highest achievements of a true Christian. The wife of the spiritual leader of Christ Chosen Church of God International, Senior Reverend Matilda Onwefe Ihuhu, stated this during a crusade organized by the church at Uselu Market. Obey Utobapsai reports.
Senior Reverend Matilda Ihuhu said the best place to hide from the trials and tribulations of life is in the protection of the Almighty. She assures Christians that God is ever ready to keep His children safe if only they have faith.
God is calling you to come and hide yourself under His canopy. If you hide yourself under the canopy of our Lord Jesus Christ, the affliction will not rise up again. All these events that are really in news, it will not affect you. No man can save you. No mediator can save you. There's no that you can save you. Only Jesus.
The chairman of Igwe Local Government Council, Ege Ogbemudia, and her councillors also used the event to thank God and the church for their support. The crusade also featured prayers for peace in the state and country. In Benin, Obahio Toba Besai, NTA News.
Christians have been reminded that God is the supplier of everything. This was the thrust of the sermon preached by Reverend Jacob Igebo at Christ Star Ministries, Benin City. Joy Ebo has the details.
Reverend Jacob Igebo spoke on the topic, the great supplier. He used Bible texts from the book of James 1:5-6 and Isaiah 60:1 to explain to the congregation that God is able to supply their every need, which includes wisdom to everyone who asks from Him.
If you ask of God, God will give to you. So many of us today, we presume we know more than God, whereas we know nothing. When you have wisdom, you will shine. There's no doubt about it. That's why in Isaiah chapter 16 verse 1, arise and shine, for the light is come. Okay. Because you have gotten wisdom, you are able to ask of the Lord, and the Lord now say, arise and shine, for the light has come upon you. When you have the glory of God, you have it all. I prophesy today, by the authority of the word of God, you will rise and shine.
Prayers and prophecy brought the service to a close. In Benin, Joy Ebo, NTA News.
Christian leaders and believers in Jesus Christ have been enjoined to maximize every opportunity to be closer to God by seeking His face diligently. This is from the pulpit of the spiritual leader of Deliverance Holy Mission International, Prophet Sunday Okpere, on the 15th day of the church's ongoing 30 days concealment prayer and fasting camp meeting.
Prophet Okpere, who emphasized the theme, said God's expectation from whoever that believes in Him is to obey and fear Him. He says that believers' reverence for God is a heritage for those called by Him. The spiritual leader stated that faith is a must for every divine visitation, and every divine visitation culminates in a supernatural turnaround in life. The service drew to a close with prayers for the state and the country. In Benin.
Away from the pulpit, with number of cases of coronavirus pandemic rising daily in some countries across the world, churches in Benin metropolis are taking precautions against the fast-spreading virus. Jude Aweke visited some of them on measures put in place to contain the spread of the virus.
This table here at the entrance of St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Benin City used to be where a bowl of blessed holy water was stored for parishioners to bless themselves. As a way of curbing the spread of the dreaded coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, this age-long practice has been put on hold. The usual shaking of hands by the faithful as a sign of peace during Eucharistic Masses has also been suspended indefinitely as a result of the virus.
We want to spread happiness and love, not sickness. So the practices on them that may help to transmit anything is being moderated until it is stabilized and we have the all clear from the government and the health authority that we can restore them back.
Other churches visited in the metropolis are also closely monitoring the spread of the virus as the congregation are enlightened on the disease and its preventive measures.
No sickness defies the name of Jesus. When he walked on this earth, he healed all manner of diseases. If coronavirus came up at that time, he will heal them, and he has bequeathed that power to the church, and we must continue to exercise it.
We have doctors here that he has trained and educated our members that they should wash their hands from time to time, and that if they are sneezing, they should cover themselves with their hands and others.
Like we have heard, our health workers have come here to encourage us and talk to us on how to protect this menace. And we are told that we should always keep our environment clean, wash our hands, and then we leave the remaining one for God.
Don't shake people anyhow, don't embrace people anyhow, because you don't know what is the body of that person. So you don't be careful. Take care of yourself and let us leave the remaining one for God. God is watching over his people, and coronavirus will never enter into our spirit in the name of Jesus.
With prayers and good hygiene, these faithful are optimistic that the COVID-19 virus will soon become a thing of the past. In Benin, Jude Aweke, NTA News.
You're on to NTA Benin main news. We'll take a break. Please stay tuned for more reports in a moment.
You are welcome, National Sports Festival. Edo 2020, the heartbeat of the nation.
This March, the heartbeat of Nigeria, Edo State, welcomes all 36 states and the FCT to the 20th National Sports Festival, Edo 2020. Get ready for the greatest sporting event ever, hosted in Nigeria from the 22nd of March to the 1st of April. As the best athletes from across the nation showcase their sporting talent in 39 exciting sports. And in the spirit of the games, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari will light the festival torch at the opening ceremony that will take place at the newly refurbished Samuel Obumadia Stadium, Benin City. The chief host of the festival is His Excellency Mr. Godwin Obaseki, the Governor of Edo State. Edo is ready. It's game time.
Edo 2020.
Next time you visit the ancient city of Benin, two things will excite you: the warmth and welcome of its people, and of course, the class and style of its hospitality business. Rangeki Gold, home of hospitality like no other, located in one of the most serene environments in the ancient city, truly classy and exquisite with world-class facilities, fully equipped digital multipurpose hall with life-size, ultra-high definition LED screen, 180 square meters king-size swimming pool with bubble bath enough to leave you breathless. The exotic Ariel's Bistro and Grill Restaurant with variety of continental dishes, especially some of the rarest delicacies you can find in town. Fact is, a visit will truly convince you that we are gold. Rangeki Gold is the gold wing of the prestigious Rangeki Royal Hotel at 6 Henry Street off Ihama and Boundary Roads, GRA Benin City. www.rangekihotels.com. Rangeki Gold, our hospitality is gold.
I don't
tire to dey hear my customers dey complain about my place because light no dey and the heat na die.
Light matter no be problem to any business again o, because Uyi Technical, the generator headquarters, don give solution to every business to blow, even with the small money for your Esiso pocket.
As e cheap so na be say I go buy one for my store and the one wey go pump water and carry our air condition for house.
Oh yes, with generator for everybody. For Uji Technical, all kind quality generator boku, from small generator go reach big package generator with original spare parts. Uji Technical, na there 100% copper generators a day. No be aluminium even grinding machine and pepper milling. Okay, Kofiara, come carry your own from the generator headquarters, 79 81 83 Mission Road for Benin City.
This is not just a hotel. It's a resort, a place where luxury, class, and hospitality meets. It's not just four walls. It's a reinvention. It's an idea that relaxation should be brilliant. We offer world-class services that makes the experience unforgettable. Heritage Hotel, you can't get it better.
2020 don come with unbeatable travel awoof on top of cheap travel price. Now you fit travel for free. Yes, you hear me. I say travel for free with Muyi Line. As you travel with Muyi Line for 6 times, we go knock you free travel ticket for your 7th journey. To make this Muyi Line collabo sweet, awoof bonanza price still dey from Benin to Warri 680 naira, to Abraka 780 naira, to Ugele 1080 naira, Benin to Lagos Mile 2 Iyanopaja Yaba Aja 2,500 naira, Benin to Port Harcourt 2,000 naira. We dey go Bayelsa and other Niger Delta routes, Ekpoma, Auchi and Abuja. We get executive cars like Toyota Corolla, Toyota Camry and Sienna for charter to local and international airport and anywhere for Nigeria. This bonanza date till June 30th, 2020. Muyi Line head office dey 169 Selu Lagos Road, opposite Technical Junction, Benin City. Muyi Line, friend of Nigerian students.
You're welcome back. This is to inform the public that there will be restriction of human and vehicular movement around Obo Palace from 11 o'clock in the evening today to 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow Monday. The restriction will be at the Airport Road axis, Adesu Bay, Plymouth Road axis, Alaka and Exoti axis. Secretary, Benin Traditional Council, Frank Irabo, advises the public to, in their own interest, keep away from the mentioned areas as a result of the traditional ceremony that is going to take place at that time. A thanksgiving to God for a successful burial outing for the late Chief Eso Eobamie held today at St. Paul's Catholic Church. Ivio Oyahiri has the details.
St. Paul's Catholic Church was filled with friends, family and close associates of the late Chief Eso Eobamie. Those who encountered the late engineer while he was alive joined them to thank God for the success of the ceremony. Edo State Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu is one of them.
Your lifestyle will determine the kind of funeral you have. My father-in-law was a great man. You will see that reflected in the funeral that we went for 3 days.
Up till this moment, the good traits of the deceased are still being extolled.
A man who was proud of his culture and proud of his faith was here every Sunday and every other major day or holy day of obligation that his health could permit him to come.
He loved dancing to the altar for thanksgiving and offering. The way he lived his life, you could see a man who understood that Christ is present in every culture. He was our father and is one of those persons that I always listen to, and he has a way of calling me and telling me, do it this way, do it that way, and everything he has told me comes to pass.
He was quite a humble man. He was a friend to almost everybody. He lived a very simple life. He's a man that respected constituted authority.
You saw what people have been saying about him as if those people were tutored to say it. It's not true. It's not because he's dead. All the things they said about him, all the good things they said about him is the truth.
Across the bridge.
Former General Manager of NTA Benin and the Obobai of Benin Kingdom died at the age of 79. In Benin, if here we are heroes, NTA News.
A free spirit with a live and let's live attitude to life are some of the fond memories of former colleagues and friends of the late Chief Esosa Godwin Ewobamie. Obeyotoba Apsai reports that the news of the death of the Obobaifo Benin Kingdom was received with sadness.
The late Chief Esosa Ewobamie, in the course of his over 30 years career in the Nigerian Television Authority, had contact with hundreds of staff, both as colleagues when he was a principal engineer in 1976 and also as a superior when he rose to the peak of his career as the general manager of NTA Benin from 2000 to 2003. His dedication, resilience and humane nature not only moved the station to the next level, but earned him respect and true friendship even after his career in NTA.
As an engineer in NTA, he never stopped watching NTA Benin channel, and if there were problems or challenges, he would always come around and offer his advice and wise counsel. At this point, we just pray for the family. We join the family in mourning him, because for us in NTA, we also feel that we have lost a great man. He was general manager here, and then we also worked outside Benin as an engineer of NTA. So on behalf of the DG of NTA, the staff and management of NTA Benin, we just want to say that God will give the family the fortitude to bear his loss.
He believed in encouraging you to give out your best to NTA, and then it was apt because NTA Benin had been in limbo for 7-8 years, and they were just coming up, and it was just while he was there as a general manager that NTA Benin was given an air transmitter. He was so excited about the whole thing, and it was a big ceremony on that day.
I joined NTA in 1976. He was one family after that. He was a very nice person, a complete gentleman, and eventually I left NTA years later. I went into business and politics, but we still kept our relationship.
When I came into NTA Benin in 2002, he was the first person. Then he was the zone GM. I worked directly with him. He was ready to accommodate as many people that would come his way. He was a father to so many people. Even as we speak, I'm still thinking, maybe still in doubt that he has finally left us. Truly I say to you, I will miss him.
The late Chief Esosa Godwin Ewobamie was a member of the Erai group, headed by the Iyase of Benin Kingdom. He died at the age of 97. In Benin, Obehi to Gapasai, NTA News.
It's time for another break. Please stay tuned. Have sports after.
This March, the heartbeat of Nigeria, Edo State, welcomes all 36 states and the FCT to the 20th National Sports Festival, Edo 2020. Get ready for the greatest biggest sporting event ever, hosted in Nigeria from the 22nd of March to the 1st of April. As the best athletes from across the nation showcase their sporting talent in 39 exciting sports. And in the spirit of the games, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari will light the festival torch at the opening ceremony that will take place at the newly refurbished Samuel Ogumadia Stadium, Benin City. The chief host of the festival is His Excellency Mr. Godwin Obaseki, the Governor of Edo State. Edo is ready. It's game time.
Edo 2020.
I guess I always will. Always felt that we were best, and I feel that way still. Sometimes we took the hard road, but we always saw it through. I had only one friend, I burned it to me. Sometimes the world was on our side, sometimes it wasn't fair. Sometimes it gave a helping hand, sometimes we didn't care. When we were together, it made me dream come true. I had only one friend.
Meridian Lodge, Hotel and Resorts. Your one true friend.
Introducing Patosa Global Ventures. We specialize in the production of souvenirs, superior quality conference bag. We also produce sportswear for schools and customized t-shirts tailored to suit your school's design and specification. Patosa Global Ventures has raw materials for sportswear making. Patosa t-shirt shop has in stock good and affordable t-shirts for every occasion at the cheapest wholesale price, as well as good quality towels. We use digital color printing technology with sublimation and monogramming machine for quality prints that will neither wash nor fade. Because our workers are stable, skilled and experienced, we can always provide reliable, durable, genuine and stylish quality products. Visit today Patosa Global Ventures head office at number 4B at Gadagudu Street off TV Road, or our branch office 15 TV Road, Benin City, or call 006-754-4424. Patosa Global Ventures, now repositioned to serve you better.
Signature Hotel, please until Signature Hotel. Our place of hospitality in the heart of Benin City.
Pleasant Hill Signature Hotel, a place of hospitality in the heart of Benin City, located at 134 Akpakpavo Road, Benin City, Edo State, or call 0528-40557 or 081363908.
Signature Hotel, please until Signature Hotel, our place of hospitality.
You're welcome back. The brand new Tantra tracks at the Samuel Obimja Stadium has been certified 100% ready to host any continental games. Minister of Sports Sunday Dare was at the tested track competition organized by the Athletics Federation of Nigeria in Benin City. Elizabeth Omoko reports that the Deputy Governor and Chairman Local Organizing Committee for the National Sports Festival, Philip Shaibu, was at the meeting.
The Test the Track meeting in Benin is designed to test run the brand new Tartan track at the renovated Samamoda Stadium ahead of the Do 2020 festival built for last week. Egwari Oko Ogene in the 100-meter men's race contended with Ade Koki, the fastest home-based athlete in the last 2 years, and the perennial rivals Jerry Japa, Emmanuel Arewolo, and Alaba Kintola to win the race. All eyes were on 3 hurdlers in a 130-meter men's hurdle event as they battled neck to neck. In the 100-meter women category of the race, Patience George Okon won the Performance of the Day award with a track record of 51.87, while Edo-born Urupe Irayoka hit the bar at 46.43 in the 400 meters men category. Minister of Sports Sunday Dare scored the Edo State Government high.
I think that we have a world-class start and track here, and I hope that we can maintain it. For those sportsmen and women going to use this for the sports festival, I think this is world-class. Anywhere else they go, whether at the Olympics, they're going to get the same quality, and that consistency is important.
For the state deputy governor, Philip Shaibu is happy that the state government is able to meet up with the renovation 2 weeks before the festival.
For me, I'm excited and happy, and that we can host not just Nigeria now, we can host the world here as far as athletics is concerned and all other games.
The minister and the deputy governor also inspected one of the car parks marked out for the sports festival in Benin. Elizabeth Amako, NT News.
That concludes the news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Good evening.
Of Edo State, I won't tell you the Obonga name J.I. Okpala International Limited, the house where original electronics sit down gidigba. For J.I. Okpala Ultra Modern Showroom, we get high quality generators to give you constant light for house and for office. Which kind of electronics you find? J.I. Okpala, now the Europe, Lagos and Onitsha, we get together bam. Come and down for your domot. Now the latest